name is Francis DiMarzio. You may remember me from such guitar films as Fender Poodle Case, Poor Man's Wet Dry Rig, and Preston's Pics. It's the wood that makes it good. One of my latest projects has been a series of videos showing the progression of this Squier to Fender Custom Shop build. Check the playlists up above. In all seriousness, why even bother doing this? Unfortunately, I've begun to develop arthritis. This neck profile, which I loved for 27 years, no longer agrees with my hands. For those of you that understand me, I am truly sorry, and I hope that you too find a guitar that's suitable for you. And so began my quest for the Holy Grail, to find a new Strat that I would be comfortable to play in old age. I scoured every music shop. I tried every brand that makes a Strat type guitar. Until one day I was waiting at the music shop for my daughter to finish her piano lesson. I was playing guitars, as I normally do, and I picked up this Telecaster, and it had a divine neck. The profile of the neck was just perfection and fit like a glove. Then I proceeded to research what this magical neck profile was, and I found out that they had a Strat version. It was the Fender 50s road-worn soft V with a 7.25 inch radius, and I ordered it. The original plan was to swap the neck on my 96 Strat Plus, but I didn't have the heart to change anything on this guitar, so we've been through too much together, and it wouldn't be right to change her. If you want to learn more about this guitar, check out the video up above. So at this point, I decided to build a new Strat. When I was scouring every music shop for a new Strat, I came across this beautiful Squier FSR Strat in surf green with a white Pearloid pickguard. The pickguard is kind of a nod to my 96 Strat. I really love the surf green, the pickguard, and the weight of the guitar. Another issue I have is a bad back. And heavy guitars, well, they don't agree with me either. This beautiful Squier has a lightweight poplar body. It's a little lighter than my 96 Strat, and it resonates so well. I just fell in love. And so, the build began. I spent countless hours tone searching to find the perfect Strat pickups for my taste. I finally decided to go with the Fender original 5762 pickups. I just love the tone of those pickups. For the electronics, I was watching some videos of Landon Bailey, and he used the Obsidian wiring harness in some of his builds. I picked the Obsidian solderless wiring harness with the blend knob. The second tone knob is used as a blend knob to blend both the neck and the bridge pickups. It gives this guitar so much versatility and tone. I've always loved the look of vintage tuners, but I do love the convenience of locking keys. So I found these Fender vintage locking keys. They lock here from the top with either a screwdriver or a coin. They're so smooth and they work so well. With a beautiful guitar built, I surely needed a good case. I first tried the Fender Poodle Case. Big mistake? Let's not go there. If you want to see this fiasco, check the description for the link to that one. Finally, I found the perfect case for my baby. An SKB case. I love small but solid cases that are easy to fit in the car trunk. If you want to see more about this case, the link is in the description as well. Now that I had completed my goal of building a Strat that had every feature I require, I decided it was time to tally it up and see what the actual damage was. I will share with you here a spreadsheet with the details of all the expenses. You can pause the video if you want to check it out. The important point is that in total, with tax, this guitar cost me $2,289.62. That's a lot of money, but it's worth every penny. Because now I have a guitar, I can play, my hands won't cramp up after a few songs, I can actually play her for a few hours at a time. A point to note is the last two items in the spreadsheet. And those could be cost saving. I had this guitar assembled and fully set up by a luthier for $400. If you do it yourself, you save that amount. And the SKB case cost over $300. Now if you get a gig bag, you can save another couple $100. Now, after seeing this Talley, I wondered, could I get a Fender with all the same features as this one? And at what price? And what I found was the closest one to this is the Fender American Vintage 2, 1957. Alright, here you'll see the specs of both the Fender American Vintage 2 and the Fender Squier build. Just going to point out a couple of their differences. Body material of the American Vintage is Alder, and the body material of the build is Poplar. It's a little thinner and lighter, but for me, it resonates well. I prefer to wait. The other difference here is the tuners. The American Vintage has the Pure Vintage single line Fender Deluxe keys, and I had picked up a set of Fender Vintage style locking tuners. Everything else there is pretty much the same, except when we get to the pickups. The stock pickups in the American Vintage are the Pure Vintage 57, and I had put a set of 5762 originals in the build. The pickup switching, here is where you'll notice some difference. The switching positions between the two are pretty much the same, except when you put the blender mode on the build. The blender mode has a lot more variation of tone, as you can see there. The other difference is basically the case that I selected versus the case that came with the original Fender American Vintage. For those of you that will complain about it not being right without an Alder body and a brass block, those can be had for less than $600, which is still less than the amount of the Fender American Vintage 2. Also remember, there would be a credit or a cost savings for the amount of this guitar. So it's still a more economical option. Is it worth building your own custom shop Strat? Hell yeah! Yes, it is. I now have a beautiful guitar that I'm comfortable to play. Also, for myself, being a guitar geek, the fact that I have selected and assembled most of this guitar, I feel bonded with it. This is not necessarily the case when you just go buy a guitar off the shelf. Would I recommend doing this? If you have similar issues to mine, and you have the means to, I think putting together a guitar which meets your needs is a great option, especially if it can alleviate your pain and give you countless hours of fun. I hope this video may have helped some of you who may be in the same situation as me. Building this guitar has been fun, a great experience for myself, and I would definitely consider doing this again. Always remember, music matters. Take care, everyone. See you in the next video.